ruined the ending of this particular book. Now, his colleagues reportedly in intensive care after being treated for a stab wound to the heart. He got
him in the heart.
He got him right in the mainframe.
Oh, damn.
He was flown to the hospital in Chile. So he's on the South American side.
Right. So they had to medivac him out.
Yeah, they had to medivac him out to the remote research centre where the pair worked, but he said his life is not said to be in danger. The other one has now been dragged back. He got extradited from the high criminal world of Antarctica back to St. Petersburg. He's under house arrest after being charged with attempted murder. Now, it's believed to be the first time that a man's been charged with such a crime on the world's loneliest continent. So, technically, he is the largest known criminal on the Antarctica continent.
He's like the kingpin.
He is the kingpin.
He's El Chapo of
He's
Antarctica.
El Chapo. He is Medellin.
The Joker, the Penguin. See what I did there?
Stop telling me how these books read.
But no, come on. Like, they were there together for 4 years, right? So this bloke must have had a massive library of books because they're scientists. They have downtime. They're
Wait. I want to stop you right there. These two men living in the one hut in Antarctica, I can tell you right now, they'd want to have a large stack of books. Stick books. Unless that they were lovers.
No, they've got the internet down there. It's probably better than mainland Australia as well. But, no, seriously, imagine if you took, like, a whole stack of books and, like, he's a scientist, he's probably a bit nerdy. Nerdy people generally tend to read fantasy books like Game of Thrones and all of that stuff, and they're big, long series of books, like, 6 or 7 books, and they're big, fat, like the phone book.
Can I tell you that apparently the offenders expressed remorse over the attack at the station's canteen?
In the canteen?
Reports say the altercation was fueled by alcohol.
No.
And
really?
The outpost's tiny living space. Workers at the station have access to not one but 2 Russian TV channels, sporting facilities, and a library.
What sport are you going to play in, like, Russian-held territory in Antarctica?
It's called Russian Stabette.
Russian Stabette.
We're going to have 6 knives.
Well, maybe they were playing darts and he farted.
Based on their diet, dude, it'd melt ice.
Yeah.
That's the cause of global warming. No. Apparently they're both professional scientists who've been working on expeditions, spending year-long sessions at the station. It's now down to investigators to figure out what sparked the conflict, but both men are members of their team. They're now saying, look, it's not an international crime. We're going to bring HR in, have a look, all that kind of thing.
Yeah, make him watch some videos.
Yeah, they're going to watch
how not to stab your co-workers.
You'll be like, you'd imagine. The video would be like,
comrades, how not to stab your workmate if he tell you how book finish. But don't stab workmate. Here ends the lesson. Now we have a test for you. Please fill out. There is 2 options. Should I stab workmate? Should I not stab workmate? You tick. There ends the lesson.
Well, what I was saying before, Benny, is he's probably a bit of a nerd and he's probably got all of these books, right? And they're long, big series of
like
books.
War and Peace.
Yeah, no, like 5 or 6
We cause War and Peace.
War and Peace. So, what, Game of Thrones is up to the 6th book if he ever finishes writing it. But imagine being down there, isolated, you've got 2 channels and some sporting facilities.
I like that. Isolated.
And you've read 6,000-page books and you're 3 pages from the end and you're going to find out what happens. And here Chucklehead wanders in, right? And goes, he dies in the end and it was all a dream. I'd stab the bastard too. Like, seriously. Like, and I bet he was the Joker, wasn't he? Like, he was the Joker of the crew. He was the one playing practical jokes and putting penguins in his sleeping bag and shit like that. And he's going, like, he'd be the bloke.
He'd wake up in the morning and there's some penguin nuts on his face.
Yeah, exactly.
I would turkey slap you.
And old mate is probably just boiling inside. Just slowly simmering away.
Imagine that he's just like substituted the vodka for Libre Fleur or Stay Free.
Oh my God.
Boiled water. Joke's on you. And maybe dying in hospital. You stabbing hard. You drank pad juice. You idiot.
And by the way, he dies.
This is The Burble with Benny and Az.
As the very real reality that we're going to get driverless cars kind of worries me because, look, I think the system, Skynet's going to up at some stage. There'll be a up. Like, there's going to be we need to have there's going to be an incident where a driverless car goes into another driverless car, and they're going to make these things into jets and bloody bubbles.
Yeah.
With no safety or anything like that. In fact, they need to be pushing the accelerator down on making sure that safety is a key thing for driverless cars. But I've had a thought.
Right.
Driverless cars, so it becomes a passenger vehicle, truly.
Yeah,
That's
like
what
a
they
big
say.
lounge room sort of thing.
Pretty much, okay. What's going to happen inside these cars? Now that you don't actually have to concentrate on the road because the car's doing it for you, you could just get in there, off to work, six-pack, you know.
Oh, you could take a thermos of tea. And
You
you could have a nice game of cards with the guy you're in there with.
Yes.
Or wholesome activities. You could knit.
You could catch up on phone calls, get on social media, a bit of study, bit of paperwork, perhaps. But according to a new study, people are just going to probably end up in the car.
Of course they are. We are base animals at the end of the day, aren't we?
The Annals of Tourism Research, in a paper published there, the relative privacy and of comfort of modern cars could prove accommodating when drivers have nothing else to do with their hands.
And they're all out of USB cords.
That's some 60% of respondents to a US survey admit to already having sex in their car.
But not while it's driving you to work.
Yes. Driverless cars are likely to take the brakes off since dalliances. No longer will amorous couples need to find an out-of-the-way corner to park their car. They can be at play while on the motorway.
Oh, God.
According to the new study, it's going to open up new opportunities for sex tourism.
Can't you just hire one of those party limos and some drunken school teacher in the back of it like normal people? Jesus Christ.
Well, they're saying that sex is part of urban tourism and commercializing is a part of it too. So it's quite likely that autonomous vehicles will lead to a new version of prostitution, whether illegal or not, to take place in moving autonomous vehicles in the future.
Well, you know what? We should take it one way further, Benny. Once we're done here, I'm going to pop down to the patent office and I'm going to get a patent on this. You may know that Elon Musk is one of the big proponents of driverless cars, electric
He's going
cars.
to become the world's richest pimp, bro.
Well, he's making trucks now, right? Electric trucks. So, you know what we're going to do, Benny? Right after this episode, I'm going to go and register the truck. Portable whorehouse. And we're going to deck the back out. We're going to fill it up with prozzies. And we're just going to pick up and drop off more than one thing.
When you filing the patent, do you become the pimp or the owner of the vehicle becomes the PYMP?
Well,
they reckon that they expect that sex in vehicles becomes more commonplace around about 2040.
Righto, 2040.
No, well, by that time, just think about that for a second. We are probably going to be close. We're going to be like edging 70. Yeah. I want to see this. I really do. I want to stay alive that long to see that, you know, you're on the motorway.
You just glance over.
Just glance over. Oh, there's Stephen or Freddie from down the road, you know.
Up to his nuts and guts. Just, you know, going for it. In the car next door.
Do you know what it's going to do, though? It's going to kill the hotel industry. It will fucking kill the hotel industry so hard.
Yeah, 1 hour at a time.
1 hour at a time. Like, do you know what, though? Seriously, like, if they can merge the rooms, like, hotels will probably end up being a little bit more different. Motels, where you can drive, they won't have rooms, they'll just have a
garage.
Yeah.
Just like Grand Theft Auto, you know, where you drive your car in and the shutter comes down.
Kennard's storage hire will just absolutely make some money. By the 2040s, people may just simply be too engrossed in virtual reality sex, though, to care about what's happening in the car. So you just get in a thing and then off you go.
Well, just strap it like a apparatus to your groin and grind away. VR porn. People
may be more inclined to choose less expensive hotels. like in a central business district. So the city is really going to become, like, it's going to be in the suburbs. Do you know, we're going to look at 2040 and going, why did we have a central business district? Why are all the tall phallic buildings in the center of the city? Whereas I can just get as much pleasure at Doonside.
Well, you know, by the 2040s, your kids are going to come up to you and say, what were cars like back in your day, Dad? And I'm going to go, well, Holden, Commodore. We had to drive them ourselves.
I want to know what's going to happen to the carpool lane. On lane...
I've just had an image.
Lane 1, you're going to have those people like going, look, I have no time for coitus. Lane 2... You got the people who have got the smartphones out trying to film lane 4. Lane 3, they're trying to overtake all of them, trying not to get involved in that shit. In lane 4, basically, it's going to be like one of those Czech orgies where they have like a mansion rented.
Well, we've got, what do we got? We've got transit lanes now, right, Benny? Yep. So you got what, like T1, T2, T3. So you got to have one person, two person, three person.
Yeah.
So, like, well, I assume that the transit lanes of the future will be D1, D2, D3. You know, how many dicks are in the car? And then you've got the foursome lane. Must be doing DVDA to be in this lane. Then you've got like the vanilla sex lane, 2 or more. You know, I don't know. It's going to open up a whole new world of legislation, really, isn't it?
I want to know what the Prime Minister, what he's going to be riding in the car.
What is it? Bloody Commonwealth 1?
C1.
C1?
He always rides in the front seat.
Well, that's all right. He can go in any lanes because he's a massive dick anyway. I like the dick lane. Well,
This is The Burble with Benny and Az.
Okay, look, let's finally do a little bit of G-rated content on the podcast to wrap this episode up, episode 5. A wild turkey, and I'm not talking about that comes in a bottle.
well, that leads to the D4 lane.
This turkey that chases cars and directs traffic's been named the unofficial mayor of a village in the United States. We talked about this, that there was a dog on a couple of podcasts ago.
And a tree.
That was elected mayor. So Smoke, as those in Ashwaubenon, Wisconsin have named him, has become famous for gobbling at new people, peering into shop windows, and chasing children off a school bus. But the local celebrity could be forced to leave the area as police are concerned that the boisterous bird is going to cause a car accident with his shenanigans.
Right. Okay, hang on a second. Have you ever seen a turkey?
Yes.
They're big.
Boisterous and they're angry.
They are. If you run into a turkey, I reckon it's your fault, not the turkeys. You can't miss the bastards. They're huge.
This housewife and holistic practitioner that spotted Smoke standing at the middle of a four-way intersection as if he was directing traffic. Okay.
Right.
He's been running to the same spot every day at rush hour as if he is reporting for duty. Stands out in the crowd, but anyway, police have tried to catch the speedy character, but according to witnesses, this turkey can outrun a police officer.
You know what? I want to be there when they try and catch him and just play,
I want to see footage of this
just
shit.
play the Benny Hill music.
Now, come on, turkey. You can't direct traffic. Come here. I'm an officer of the law.
Actually, I'm really impressed they haven't shot him yet because it is America.
Okay? You're not fat enough. Stop running. We need you fat enough for Thanksgiving. Could you stop? I'm going to pull my weapon. I can't run. God damn it. I'll see you tomorrow, turkey. Me and you will face off again. Right here in Wisconsin. Sorry, that's a really poor... I don't know how people talk in Wisconsin.
Not like that, that's for sure.
So Smoke's now got his own Facebook page. Amused village fans have started up who claim the turkey's their unofficial mayor. The page has got more than 1,700 followers and users share about a dozen or so posts every goddamn day. But despite the obvious outpouring of love for Smoke, officials from the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources have been spotted in his favourite part of the road holding nets. They're trying to get him. These people inside the town, they've now printed jumpers that say, I stand with Mayor Smokey, Ashwaubenon 2008 as.
Bird lives matter.
Bird lives matter. Now, they're concerned that members of the public aren't going to drive safely as they're too busy taking photos or selfies of smoke on the actual road. Therefore, it's now become a safety issue.
Righto. So
You got a wild turkey on the road. Usually we go, someone's had too much and they put their bottle down the road.
They've just, wandered off. Gone in the bushes for a quick yak. But look, it wouldn't be the first time that someone slowed down to have a look at a bird on the road, though, really, would it?
This is The Burble with Benny and Az.
It's a part of the podcast